Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is another cash envelope stuffing video for you, so don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So if you can't tell by my voice, I'm still ill. And I'll be honest, October has been pretty much written off. I've been ill for like the entire month. I've not really done anything apart from doing the necessary things. I've not been anywhere and it's really frustrating because I'm not someone who generally tends to kind of stop and not do a lot, but it's been enforced this month. I've had no option other than to stay at home, rest where possible and just kind of let, life kind of go by, I suppose. But that being said, obviously things like budgeting, everything else, meal planning, cash envelopes, I have tried to stay on track as much as possible, but it is more difficult when I am not going anywhere or doing anything. So I thought I would share with you, I've left what's in my cash envelopes to share with you because some people ask me to do that more often, and you can see that I do have things left over this week. And then it is half term here for us in the north of the UK. So I've got maybe slightly bigger amounts in a couple of them than normal, and I'll talk about the plan for that this week. But again, kind of health wise, I don't feel like we'll be able to do much, but we'll see how it goes, I suppose. So this is my cash envelope binder. If you're new here, this is just from Amazon. I'll leave the link below to this one and the purple one that I used my sinking funds. But let's get them out so far. So there is some money left in these, and I'll turn them round. So the food one, there is a bit left in there, look, not too much. I had to take my 3-year-old food shopping with me this week, and I guess it's kind of the same as if you take like a husband or whatever, but he saw so many things he wanted, and I did end up getting kind of a couple of extra things there for him that weren't on my shopping list but still fitted in within the budget. One of them, for example, was some kind of decorate yourself like gingerbread men that we're going to do probably at some point this week. So there's a bit of change there. I'm going to put that there. All of the things that are left over in my envelopes go towards my saving challenges, which are looking good. Petrol is empty. Miscellaneous, I didn't spend much on miscellaneous this week. As you can see there is £16.50 left in there. So that's quite a nice kind of chunk of money to go into the savings challenges. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a link below to my savings challenge video where you can see that. The children's envelope is empty. My husband took them to like a Halloween themed day out, so they took that money there. And eating out, we've had takeaways twice this week, and that's purely because I've not had the energy to do anything, never mind cooking. And you know when sometimes it's just easier, isn't it? So I'm not the biggest fan of getting multiple takeaways in a week, I'm really not, but sometimes kind of real life gets in the way, and it definitely has this week. So they are my 5 envelopes, they're now empty. So let's just put those back. So food this week. So it's half term, so we're all at home, and that always means that we kind of tend to eat more, and so I guess the food budget should reflect that. But I'm going to put £70 in the food budget for this week and see how that goes. So 20, 40, 60, 70. I've got some meals in the freezer that I'm going to use as well, but I also feel like I want to stock up a bit, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to put £70 in the food budget for now and see how that goes. Obviously if I don't spend it all, it'll just get rolled over into the savings challenges anyway, but I kind of feel like I'll do the food shop this week, and then if there's anything left over in that, I might then go and do an additional top-up shop of some things that I know we'll need kind of next week, the week after. So I talked last week about if you've got say £5 left at the end of the food shop, go back and get things that you know that you will need for your family. So tin things that have like a long shelf life, and just have it in the cupboard there. There's no, it's not going to go off as such. And if they're things that you know that you'll use, then it kind of can help when things are a bit more tight in say another week. Petrol, I'm actually not going to put anything in here, so I guess the silver lining to me not going to work all month is that I've not used hardly any petrol at all, because the only place I've been is kind of to get my children from school or to go and do, in fact I haven't even done the food shop every week either, so the car has kind of just been sat. And I'm not going to put any petrol money in that this week either, so I'm going to leave it empty. Miscellaneous, so last week, as you saw, I really didn't spend a lot of that last week. Normally what that means is if I don't spend a lot one week, I'll then end up spending it the next. So I'm going to put £20 in miscellaneous as always. We'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to need dried cat food this week. In fact, I might need both cat foods this week, dry and wet, so that will take up the majority of that, to be fair. But £20 has gone in miscellaneous and we'll see how that goes. And like I said, like you've seen, if it doesn't get spent, it just gets rolled over anyway. So children, so it's half term this week for us. So the kids aren't at school and nursery this week. Obviously, in an ideal world, we'll be kind of out and about and doing stuff, I guess. Well, it depends on two things. First of all, it depends on the weather, because I'm not going to be standing in a freezing cold field if it's chucking it down. But also, I'm still not up to very much for very long, unfortunately, so it really does impact, I suppose, on what they're able to do. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some places, even if it's just for like the morning or an afternoon or whatever. Or even if I can bring myself, I might take them to soft play one day, because then I can kind of just sit and have like a coffee, and they're at the age where they can go in and go by themselves. I don't need to follow them around, thank goodness. But do I feel up to sitting in a place that's that loud and noisy and crowded? I don't know. So that being said, I'm going to put £20 in the children's envelope. But that is not all. That's not the only money that they have for half term. So if you follow my sinking fund updates, and I'll leave a link below to the latest one, I also have a school holiday sinking fund, which is for things like half term. So if we are, and I feel up to going somewhere that's maybe slightly more expensive or kind of further afield, I'll use the money from that school holiday sinking fund to do that with them. So although they've got £20 in their envelope, and that kind of is their weekly budget, if you want to call it, because it's half term, I also have that sinking fund pot to do extra stuff with them if we are, and I say if we are, but if I'm able to do so. And there are lots of things on this week roundabout that are Halloween based, and my 6-year-old in particular is obsessed with the idea of Halloween. So I'm really hoping, especially towards the end of the week, if I've kind of got any kind of oomph back, then I'm hoping we can do that and have some fun as a family. My husband's not off, but I am and the boys are, so we'll see. So £20 has gone to theirs. And then the eating out, so like I said, bit of a disaster last week, and I did use my card for the eating out last week. Yeah. That being said, because I'm planning, hopefully I'm taking them different places, I've got £20 for the eating out envelope, because we'll be out and about, or we should be out and about more than normal. And I don't want to, so it's kind of getting the stage where it's like hot chocolate weather, isn't it? So, you know, I don't want to kind of say, oh no, we can't get hot chocolate because I don't have enough money. So I've got £20 for the eating out envelope there for the week ahead. I don't intend on getting any kind of takeaway this week, and you can hold me to that if you want to, because it's not healthy. It doesn't make me feel, it makes none of us feel great. They don't particularly eat a lot of it anyway. We always end up throwing loads out because we always end up ordering more than we want. It's just not, you know, it's just not something I want to get in the habit of. However, you know, I'm also not going to kind of blame myself for doing that when I'm not feeling very well. So, to recap, I've got £20 in eating out, I've got £20 in children, £20 in miscellaneous, nothing in petrol, which seems a bit weird, but there you go, and £70 in food, and they are my cash envelopes for the week ahead. So, how are your cash envelopes looking? How has October been for you? Let me know down in the comments below how you're finding things. And as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.